Guys, thank you for joining me today. A lot of people have been asking, so we're going to do that now, is an equipment tour and kind of the new little steer unit that we're setting up. So let's get started. This is my 4020. We bought this thing. It's a 67 PowerShift diesel 4020. When we bought this thing, it was so ugly and so beat up. It isn't even funny. It had a year-round cab on it, and it had wire holding the muffler going to each corner of the cab. It had mismatched front tires, like they were different size and different tread. One was a 4-rib, one was a 3. When one pointed straight forward, the other one was probably about a 20-degree angle. It was of towing. It was absolutely hilarious. The cab itself was beat to hell. But we ran it. We ran it like that for, well, right away I ripped the cab off because that was just a crappy, beat up cab. But we ran it for, it did the planting and all the hauling manure and all the hauling wagons and running the TMR. Man, we put a lot of hours on him. It caught on fire twice. And so I just gave it a rattle can. I put a new engine in it the other year, or rebuilt the engine, fixed up a lot of little crap, and just gave it a quick paint job just so it looked halfway decent around here. We got the nice Brandt auger, Swing Hopper 1070. I love him. Man, after running this Brandt auger, my next one's definitely going to be Brandt. We got the new Easy Trail grain cart. I love him to death. He has been an absolute lifesaver on the farm for us. We got the 8450, similar story. I bought him out of the weeds of another farmer. They were starting to use it. It was broke down. They were going to start using it for parts. So I bought it, rebuilt the engine, new radiator, new turbo, 4 new tires, and a few control cables and some little stuffs. We got Dad's, it's a 71 or 72 late model 4020 with the factory cab. Got this, it's a second owner tractor, so we're the third owner, I believe. Got him out of North Dakota, out by Farming in 4G's kind of area. It came with the 158 loader on it, and same thing, we use him. He hardly ever left the yard, but we put 1,000,000 hours on him. You know, when you had cattle, everything just got used. We got the 158 loader on the 4430 now. The 4430, that's the next project tractor, I think. I'd like to really, he's a good tractor. B-range is shot, the gear and the transmission shot. What happens is the guys, you know, they grind them, so then the little teeth get away, and so it won't stay in B, but I can fix that easy enough, and then it'd be nice to put a cab kit and paint them and some nice rubber and stuff. But he's a good tractor. And my Easy Trail wagon, the 500, he's sitting here because I got to get the fertilizer auger on him this week. He handles all my dry fertilizer. This is the dry fertilizer for the strip till cart. This is the new steer shed. So the old steer shed sat right here next to the customer's cab. There's the strip till. There's the air cart that the new strip till will go behind to replace that strip till. But the old barn, the old steer unit sat here. That was built in the 40s. It finally went down, or we took it down the other year. We put up this nice little steer unit. So then we got there's the side of the old dairy barn, and we're on concrete here. And then the manure pile here, we get this cleaned up this spring. And there's clay mounds under here that the steers love. We bed on top of them clay mounds, and 90% of the time, even in the wintertime, unless it's windy and snowing, if it's 10 below out or 20 below out, you get that manure pack on top of them clay mounds, and them steers will just steam out there. And we got a concrete runway out to the lagoon, and the lagoon is a sediment pond for our runoff from this feedlot. But there's the other Easy Trail wagon. It's a 400 bushel. And my lathe, boy, oh boy, I can't wait to get this guy in the barn. I got to get my project going in the barn. It's an old Warner Sassy 2A. It's a turret lathe. It is an absolute beast. It is over 10,000 pounds of metal just sitting there. That is a nice lathe. It came out of the old Larry's shop. He made backhoe sticks, extenda booms, or extenda stick, add a stick. That's what it was. He had the add a stick company. But yeah, that was a 15 horsepower lathe. That thing is just awesome. I can't wait to get that big old motor. I can't wait to get that sucker going. Then our TMR, when we fill up this feedlot, then we would put up some silage, and then we would blend silage with some other stuffs for the steers. So we still got to figure out, you know, what we're gonna do for gates along the front. We still need to figure out what we want to do for watering and feed bunks and all that. So I don't know what's going to happen this year. The steer market is still kind of goofy for us locally. So I don't know if there's much incentive to fill the lot with steers or not. In the shed here, we got my planter, my amazingly lovely new white planter that I absolutely fell in love with last year. We got the Farmall 350. We bought that new in 1956. Bought it new from the local hardware store. We got all the sheet metal stored. I think Dad did the engine, went through it. We got to finish the brakes, and then the TA. There's something's funky in the TA. So we just got to get in the shop and get through that this summer, get it all repainted and looking nice. But this is a sweet little tractor. Then my little sprayer that we pulled out of somebody's weeds, and then I built it had no plumbing with it. It was just the axle and the tank. So we built a boom and plumbed it and wired it up, and then the old 8820 and the corn head and the bean head there, and my old planter right there, the old Toxawick dryer, my moldboard plow that I love moldboard plowing. I know as a no-till soil health kind of guy, the moldboard seems contradictory, but I love it. We got the nice mower conditioner, the old 1600A. Great old mower. It got a little beat up. It was kind of that way when we bought it. The old silage blower, my DMI, and my 1010 field cultivator there. Got my lovely mulch master and my nice little Kuhn hay rake. Kind of like that little hay rake. It's been a great little rake. It's super easy to use. It's got a couple nice little features to it. The mulch master, love him if I was staying in tillage. An old row crop cultivator that I should probably just send to scrap. The hay bunk, the feed bunk. Me and Dad built this in 2008. 2008, Dad and I welded this up over a weekend. It's fantastic. It works great. Price was right. And then my old Gale 960 box. Good old wagon. There's the side dress bar. So for that air cart that I made into this to pull the strip till caddy, this side bar, then the coulters were designed to side dress dry fertilizer into the corn. But yeah, I don't know how that worked for everybody. That's the gist of our equipment lineup. I don't have much. I work very hard for what I do have. And yeah, just trying to make a go of it here. But yeah, we'll do a field tour here pretty soon. But I hope that gave somebody an introduction to the equipment we got. And all right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Then we come up here to my lovely 4640 that I absolutely love, and my new strip till bar project. Oh, and I can't forget about my trusty rusty old Cummins. I work the bejeepers out of him every year, pulling crap and just pounding him down the roads, and he's been a good truck. But yeah, there you go. There's our little lineup. Some of these tractors I'm not talking about are customer tractors. But yeah, there's the equipment lineup and the steer unit. So thanks for watching, guys. All right, the mock-up continues. I got the point on from the last video you saw. It wasn't running at true depth. It was just running like an inch or two deep. So now it's a matter of getting the row cleaner and the depth wheel. This one, it turned out extremely simple. So here's the bracket, and that's how it sat on the machine. So all I did was flip this bracket upside down, which moved the wheel up a bunch, and then I just had to notch that bracket for room for the wheel. A 10-minute modification, and the depth wheel is good to go. And you can see there, you know, so now our mounting holes are at the top. We still got plenty of depth to go. We'll never need to get that deep. And then the trash whip, I just popped a hole up top here, and he just needs to sit, that tube will sit like that, and then you'll have a hole at 1 inch, 2 inch, and 3 inch. So this tube is on 3/4 inch spacing holes, and this tube will be on 1 inch spacing holes, and that gives you your 1/4 inch adjustment. But I got it sitting on a block, so it's pretty darn close where it needs to be for depth. And that tube looks good right there. A simple weld around the top and a little bit of tack welding in the bottom. Man, this is coming together rather nice and rather simple. I like it. I like it. And then go try it. Do a full speed, full depth pass, and see what we think of it. So, all right, guys, I got to get back to it.